Let's talk about the brain hijack that happens on the twin flame journey. So basically, when twin flames meet, and especially after they have had a separation, it is natural for the divine feminine to have obsessive thoughts about her twin, to keep thinking about them, because simply speaking, they've never experienced a connection like this. They've never experienced somebody so much in sync and in so much harmony with who they are, that they are wondering where the twin has disappeared to, and what can they do to keep the person in their physical life. What can they do to ensure that the relationship, whatever is the context of that relationship, does not sort of end in the physical world, in the normal day-to-day life. And this leads to obsessing over the twin flame. This leads to you having too many thoughts, to you probably wondering where are they, what are they up to, and when will things go back to normal, and why can't things go back to the way they were, when the separation had not happened, and so on and so forth. So this tends to really hijack your brain. Now you are obsessing and thinking about them day in and day out, until you come across the term twin flames, and then you realize, oh, you're on this journey, and even then you're doubting whether this is really a twin flame journey, and what is this about, what are twin flames, um, is this my twin flame or somebody else is my twin flame, and it basically becomes your main obsession throughout the day, and then you start watching content, and YouTube will feed you so many things, some tarot card readings about what are they thinking, what are they going through, astrological sign based readings about what is going on with their sign, with your sign. It's basically this process, that your mind gets very, very overactive in. And not just that, it's even then trying to decode what this journey is, what, when will union happen, how to make union happen, how to do things to sort of progress on the journey. So the entire obsession of the mind is about this person and this journey, and everything literally starts to come on a standstill for you. Everything else can come on a standstill. For many people, many other things in the physical life will also shift, their relationship with their families, with their job, with their career. Many will leave their jobs and maybe do something else. Maybe they'll move to more creative endeavors, because after you have been initiated, on the journey, a kundalini awakening happens. And with that Shakti energy awakening, your old way of being, which was coming from an egoic place, which was coming from a place of scarcity and conditioning of the mind and the society, stops to impact you so much. All right. So you start to then go deeper, and you start to ask deeper questions about your life and your journey and yourself and who you are, and all of that starts to happen. But it only happens in the context of your twin flame. You're still very obsessed about having this person back in your physical life and keeping them in your physical life. But your twin is on a completely different, the way they act may not make sense to you. They will trigger you. They will mirror your fears back to you. You have impressions of pain, betrayal, cheating, sadness, anything of the sort, that your twin will bring up in you, either by directly mirroring through the actions they take, which will trigger you into wondering why are they doing this, right? And or by just simply, the normal life that you are living will start to trigger you a lot more, so that you can transcend these triggers. Basically, you are not supposed to be somebody who is living an unsafe and a constricted or a restricted kind of a life. It's basically a journey about your full freedom. So this is why your twin triggers this in you, because they want you to come into your full freedom space. Okay, they don't want you to obsess over them and to think about what they're up to and wonder about them. Their side of the story is what you have to surrender and leave to God. So it is very natural that when your twin comes to your life, your brain is hijacked by your twin, and then by the content, and by learning about everything that is happening, and the especially predictive content about when will something happen, what is coming in for you, and what is this day about, what is this week about, will you have contact this week or this month or next month, and the next 6 months. This is what the brain completely gets hijacked about. And your day-to-day thought processes can again go back to thinking of your twin. What would it have been like if they were around, if they were not around? And this is all right. It's a natural process. So what I want to say is there is nothing wrong with you obsessing over your twin or about the journey. It's the most natural process. But what I would tell you about is that it is very important that you balance yourself. Balancing means that somewhere, if before your journey had started, if there were some good things that you were doing that were keeping you happy, that were keeping you balanced, you start to doing those things again. Okay, you start doing those things again. You don't completely change everything about yourself. Whatever is changing, shifting, being removed from your life, you let that go. But after a point, after enough letting go, you are ready to reintegrate back into society, not the way you used to interact with them. You will still be very detached, and you will not get entangled in drama, and you will have your boundaries, and all of that will be very it'll just be your unspoken way of existing. You don't have to assert yourself here. But the point I'm trying to make is that if there were some good things that you enjoyed doing, such as maybe you had a creative outlet, you focus time on creativity. If you meditated, then you start to again go back to meditation. If you did something else, maybe you liked spending time in nature, what were the things you enjoyed doing, which were just about you, which did not include a second person? You should definitely start to do that. That will help you balance yourself. See, it's often seen and sensed that many of you would have sensed it, that your divine masculine is actually already fairly deep down, very aware of the connection, and deep down is in some sense more awakened than the divine feminine. With many twin flames that I have spoken to, and in my own journey as well, this has been very true. That the divine masculine has some deep awareness of the connection, but they are more balanced about it. And the intention always is that the divine feminine also becomes balanced about the connection. You don't have to be all crazy about it. Oh, this is my twin flame, so now you just come and leave everything and live with me and be with me, and I own you now, and all of that. Or, oh, the person you're with is a karmic and it's wrong for you to be there, and this and that. And why don't you stand up for yourself? Why don't you see the connection for what it is? All of these conversations, and all of this way of basically thinking about your twin flame journey is basically just coming from your own ego. It's not coming from your place of love, is it? Is it coming from a place of peace and love? No. All the judgment about the divine masculine and what he's doing and how he's being is your ego trying to tell you that he's wrong and he's this and he has these wounds still, when he actually has no wounds, literally. From your context and your point of view, you just have to focus on what he is bringing up in you. That is it. Whatever are his impressions and whatever are the struggles of the divine masculine, those are literally not your business. Whether it is low self-esteem or an abusive situation that the divine masculine is in, with a karmic person or whatever, it is, or something like that, you should always look at yourself. You should always bring it back to you, because so many times divine feminines have this notion that the divine masculine is in a karmic situation, when they never look at the karmic situations in their own lives. Yes, you may not have a romantic relationship, but there will be many people around you who are karmic. Your family can be karmic, your friends can be karmic, your co-workers can be karmic. But you're not willing to look at that. You just think that, no, I don't want to look at my parents, for instance, even if I have a karmic situation with them, where I feel disempowered, or I feel like, I feel like I give a lot, or I feel like I'm very drained out, or I feel like I'm not safe. You know, you are not focused on that, but you must focus on the romantic situation of your divine masculine, which is a karmic situation. So, this is what that romantic situation is telling you. It's not about something being romantic or something being platonic. It is just about the energy drain. It is just about you being in situations that are less befitting, for the ascension that you're going through. They don't sort of suit the ascension journey that you're on. And ascension means that you let go of the old, that you let go of the fatigue, the tired, the whole energy draining, sort of situations in your life, and you start living a high vibrational life. So whenever you are making it about your twin flame and obsessing over them and their wounds, that they are non-committal, they are like this, they betray me, they did this, look at your own self. Where have your experiences been of betrayal? Okay, have you been betrayed in the past by anybody? That impression is still there. This is why it is important you educate yourself about karma, about karmic impressions, about kundalini awakening. There is no other way but this. you know Even if we think that we understand, we actually don't. Basically, this life, the whole reality that you live, is merely just an external reflection of you. So whatever reality you experience depends on your perception, and your perception of the reality is your karma. How you perceive something to be. Like, if two people go to the same restaurant, eat the same meal, they have two completely different experiences. So what is it? The fact that they have two completely different experiences means that this is their karma. Their two different karmas will impact them, in completely two different ways. So, this exactly, whatever you are experiencing in your physical, whether it is an abusive situation, whether it is something else, whether it is, a threat to your safety, or you are living in a house which is very unsafe for you, you're living with people who are karmic, you're at a job which is toxic for you, it is only and only a reflection of your perception, what is in your perceptive field, right? What you have basically unconsciously created, and you see it in the physical as in manifested form, is what you have to now take as a lesson, take everybody as a teacher for you. Don't go into blaming, don't go into holding other people as something or the other. At the end of the day, you recognize the role that everybody is playing, you come into your full power, you take your power back from people, you don't allow anybody to bring you down, and then you move into the next state of knowing that you are the creator of your reality. It is also important that you learn how to create the reality you want to create. For that, your twin is here to teach you. Whatever your twin is showing to you, in whatever way they are acting, behaving, it's not in their control. It's not that the divine masculine is to be blamed for being in a karmic situation. No, it's just a reflection of you. You are not recognizing at all where you have given your power away. And it is very difficult, to individually also, even if I see you, meet you, talk to you, I may be able to see that, but you may not be ready to listen, that, oh, you know what, this could be the situation where you have given your power away. In subtle ways, we give our power away, but what we see is we see that the divine masculine has given their power away, right? We never acknowledge and bring it back to us that we gave our power away. We, sold ourselves short. Who are we deep down in our hearts when we are not pretending, when we're not wearing a mask, when we're not being these XYZ, identities that we hold? Who are we in our hearts? Nobody else can tell us about it. Nobody else can tell you you are this or you are that. It's for you to find out. Don't even settle for a conclusion there, right? So your twin is just bringing you back to you. And really, really, it will help if you have a balanced perspective about your life now. So, like I said, start doing things that you were enjoying earlier without any human being. It doesn't mean that before you met your twin, you were dating casually or you had other relationships, so now you'll go back to that. No, you don't use another human being for your entertainment. What were you doing earlier which was just about you? Were you creating something? Were you into yoga, meditation? Were you having a connection with divine? Did you like traveling alone? Did you like to read? Did you like to read about something? Did you like to do some research? What was something that you enjoyed doing? Can you start doing that? What was something that was bringing upliftment to your life at a deeper level? Not another relationship. Don't fall into another relationship, a soulmate, a friend. All of that is absolute, external. It's absolutely external. You will experience the same situations with even people around you. And also just remember that being with your twin is being with yourself, you know. It's just an extension and amplification of what you are experiencing within yourself. So why not start to live with yourself? Why not start to refocus your energies and, everything back to you? It is about you after all. It is about you, your awakening, your journey, and how you are experiencing life, your perception of life. It is about purifying all of that and ascending to the truth of who you are, unraveling, what is inside of you, which is buried inside of you, buried under all the impressions, all um, the experiences of life that made you into who you're not. So when it is about you, it is about living with you, it is about being with you, whether or not you are in separation or in union. Why not just bring the focus back to you, right? So, if you can start doing that and have a more balanced perspective about your journey, balanced perspective meaning that balanced about your twin flame. It's okay. It's not going anywhere. You are also not here on this planet for a very long time, right? This is just your soul in another body. So that's all right. Don't be so obsessed with, the earthly life here, about what you see in the external, what you don't see, and how you, experience it. There's no point to that. It's important that you largely shift your perspective into deeper spirituality also. Understanding you're a finite being, you've just come here for some time. Understanding you are creating your reality. Understanding your twin and you are the same soul in two different polarities. So just take care of your polarity. Just take care of you. Take care of your divinity, your spirituality. There is no other way but to be, connected to God on this journey in whatever way or form. I would say every day spend, some amount of time connecting to God, whether it is through meditation or just being in the present moment, practicing mindfulness, practicing something, going to a temple, a church, wherever you go, a mosque, just basically deepening that connection with God is incredibly, incredibly important. So, yeah, I mean, basically, this is all I wanted to speak about today, that your twin doesn't want you to be hijacked by their thoughts. If you've been on the journey now for some time, it's time to step away from that overthinking, coming into a balanced, place, and focusing more on your growth, making it about your ascension, making it about things that you like doing, being in the present moment, connecting with God. Understanding it's not their fault. Whatever they're doing is just a lesson for you. They are on your side. This is a channeled message for everyone that your twin flame is on your side. Your twin flame is not opposed to you. All right. Your work is to balance the polarities, like I mentioned earlier as well. Your work is not to oppose your masculine, to hate your masculine, or to think that they are doing this and you are helplessly just, experiencing their actions. It's to come to your power, to understand that you are basically, they are just doing something to mirror something back to you. What is it? That is for you to figure out. You can't guess that, by the way. You can't, guess what is it that your twin is reflecting. You will have to deeply go and question yourself and ask yourself and listen to the voice of the self, which tells you what is it that they are mirroring back to you. You have to make your subconscious mind your best friend on this journey. And luckily, I know it's not easy for everyone to do that. I know it needs a certain kind of a mental, emotional, spiritual preparation for people to do that. I know subconscious work is not, easily something that everyone falls into, but this is going to help you. Ask for support from your guides to help you make your subconscious mind, your best friend. It will go a long way for you. Okay. It will help you release trauma. It will help you release things that are stored inside of you, that are blocking your energy centers unnecessarily. And it will help you know and learn how to transcend to the next level. And I can help you with this. All you have to do is book a session with me, a one-on-one session. So you can email me to do that. And another thing I would like to tell you is that on Sunday, I am going to be hosting a very powerful inner child workshop. So it's the last opportunity for you to register for it. If you're interested, it's at 7:30 p.m. IST. We will heal your inner child. We will heal your relationship with your parents, as well as we will go deep, very deep into doing certain practices to help you deepen that connection with your inner child and have more healing. And when you sign up, you will also receive a very powerful subliminal track an inner child healing subliminal track that is very unique, one of a kind, coded with powerful theta waves and solfeggio frequencies to help the affirmations go deeper. Okay, this is a track that will, you can just play it at night when you sleep, you can play it, around you when you're doing other things, and it will help bring up those impressions which are buried inside of you, which need to be cleansed out. So it's a great opportunity. And to sign up, all you have to do is email me. And the cost of this is the total cost of the subliminal as well as the Zoom workshop is INR 4,300. It is, I think, USD 57 and it's GBP 45. To confirm this, just go to the community page. I've already, posted about how this workshop is priced, and also about how you can sign up and what the workshop will entail and all of that. All right. So basically, just go there and check that out. And if you find some resonance there, then I would really, really advise you to sign up. And yeah, have a beautiful day. I hope this helped you. Take care. Bye.